grabbing the candle. If the bell goes off, it's because I just grabbed the candle from right behind it. Oh my god, another candle's going out from over there. I need more candles at this rate. But I will say, my family's becoming quite spooked by all this now. And really quite concerned and think that I've lost the plot.
What is in your hand?
Well, it was just a candle a moment ago, Spirit. It was a candle that I had in my hand. But yeah, that's weird timing. As I'm actually, moving things about, suddenly, what's in your hand? What are you doing? I'm just like, it's a candle. You should know what a candle is, Spirit, surely. They've been around for quite a while now. There we go, grab that. I'm just going to blow out this candle. Because that one was pretty much out.
Nobody talks to us.
Nobody talks to you. Although that candle might actually go out again shortly. Because I think the webcam a bit dodgy. No one talks to you. I've been talking to you for
I'll throw something.
Do it! Throw something, Spirit! Throw something! I've been talking to you for like the past 10 days, Spirit. Go on, throw something. That'll be good. Throw the bear. Or throw the ball down the stairs. Throw one of the balls off the side there. It'd be so interesting to see how frequently words pop up. Because obviously I'm going to do this experiment through the month. And then I'll stop with the experimenting in the lives and all of that for a good couple of months. While I then analyse everything.
Memories here.
Memories here. What memories, Spirit? But yeah, so I'll analyse everything. And then do some blog posts analysing it. And it'll just be really interesting to see how that shapes up with other word lists. And to see have these threads, like how often are the threads propping up in each word list? Have they been coming up in other word lists? Has anything been said in other words that has not been said at all here over the last 28 days? Because then, like, if I was to suddenly investigate somewhere else, and it was to say, I don't know, something to do with like Vikings, etc., because it's done that before at other locations, then about, ooh, that is to do with that location, and that has nothing to do with this location. Although it'd be funny enough, it's just, that'd be a test, wouldn't it, if it does hear you, if it suddenly says that. Because, I mean, look, it's not said anything about, it said a little bit about dates and ages and what, but not much at all. It's been quite light on the names as well, I think. Yeah.
The forest.
The forest? Okay, so it's given like a, but again, I think it said stuff about forests before here. Because it said I'm in the trees, right? During the last investigation. But it's not saying anything you'd expect it to say. It's like regarding like illness and things. It's not saying anything about that. I know it has said stuff about that in other locations. So it'll be interesting to look through other lists I've done here and compare it to this one and be like, oh, it's more of the same. Or, oh no, it's different. Because if it's different, that implies that the app is going through updates, etc., which changes things up, let's say. Because that could be the trick to it. If it's a faked app, that could be the trick.
People.
People? This is why I use Spirit Talker, because Um, it's usually quite obvious when an app is fake because it'll just say loads of negative words, loads of spooky words, and this app don't do that. Yes, it does have slightly spooky theming. It used to have like where the words are shown now. It used to have like a coffin thing, and it's got that misty skull. Um, but at the end of the day, it doesn't do a proper. It isn't doing the full spooky thing like other apps like Necrophonic and Necro something or other. I can't remember the name of it. It's basically the Necrophonic version of Spirit Talker. That app says the words like Gollum, and Necrophonic you've got loads of whales and like wailing sounds and whatnot. I was like, it's clearly iffy. Like I don't trust that. But with this, it's just standard female voice saying these words, and they're not.
We won't harm you.
We won't harm you. That's nice to know, Spirit. But they're not. I mean, yeah, you do have various things like the devil is real. We won't harm you. Things like that. Where I'm like, don't provoke us. Where I'm like, yeah, maybe it's fake. That seems somewhat really generic and somewhat spooky. But then you've got random things like the forest. In Grant's forest can be a spooky location, but memory is here. Nobody talks to us. People. I'm like, these are random words. Where I'm just like, they're not your typical spooky. Like dominant. That's not a particularly spooky word. That's not something I'd expect for this to say. If it was like faking things. So I'd expect it to be slightly more kind of like graphic and gruesome and just overall more spooky. You know, saying more typical things to do with old time periods and it's like it said blacksmith. That's not a spooky word. If it said like medieval or castle or torture, things like that, then I'd be like, yeah, but me it can say that, but it hasn't done. And that's why I'm like, is it fake? Is it not fake? Is it random words? Is it not random words? Because it seems like it's coming out with a pattern, so it's clearly detecting something. And this is why you compare between locations. Because if it starts saying the same things in one location, which as shown the past 10 days, it said the same narrative. Analysed. Look at that. I've just been like discussing through analysis of word lists, and then it says analysed. That is impressive. Because the app doesn't listen to you. That's the one thing that I've determined. My uncle's had a look at the code and he's determined it is not sophisticated enough to listen to you and throw out things. Looking at the past 10 investigations, I've been waffling on about all sorts. This is rarely given a direct response to anything I've just been randomly speaking. And then I talk about analysing the word list and how to go about doing it and why to do it, and then something says analysed. And I didn't say the word analyse at all. So that is a case of it's listening. If it listens to you, which it isn't, it would have had to listen to a whole bunch of me rambling to then throw out that word. Again, the paranormal thrives on coincidence. Is that a coincidence?
C.
C as in S-E-A. Unless it was like meaning C as in S-E-E. It's like, see, look, it is real. But, yeah, that was just C in general. But yeah, this is why Spirit Talk has me stumped. Because you'll have moments like that where you'll be waffling on and you'll say something relating to what you're saying. And I'm saying this is why you compare words to locations, because there's been a clear narrative with Spirit Talker in this location for the past 10 days about children, about a female presence who is potentially
It's me they see.
threatening. It's me they see. Okay. Who sees you, Spirit? Because it's a house. There's me and my mum here. No one else really has a chance to see you, and I have not seen you, at least lately. Like, there's Spirits have seen the past, potentially, but... So who sees you, spirit? But again, that could be just be trying to correct it to from C to C. Because, you know, when it said C as in SEA, I said, oh, maybe that's an error. Maybe it meant to say C as in SEE. And then the next thing is, it's me they see. So maybe it's just been trying to say C, and it's just kind of been botching it. As in, like, maybe a see it is real kind of thing. It's, you know, it's me they see could be translating to, look, the app is communicating with it.
You're aware of me.
You're aware of me. This is direct responses. Because it, again, just as I'm saying, oh, maybe that it's the spirit saying to the app, oh, look, it is the app that is communicating with the spirit. They did spells. Again, the they did spells could be like referring to the app misspelling things. You know, the Z. I'm now looking at like really vague things. And now you could be saying I'm reaching here when it's saying this, but again, the paranormal thrives on coincidence, and this is now a pattern. And I've got it recorded on the camcorder. I've got the audio recorded on the live of me talking through it, and it somewhat responding as I'm talking through it. Because just as I'm saying, oh, maybe it misspelled C as SEA, and then they wanted to amend it to SEE, but botched it all to have a full sentence, it then says you're aware of me, and then said they did spells, pretty much immediately after, which could translate to, again, slightly tweaked version of the spirit misspelled stuff. Something like that, you know? Because obviously the app only has certain words in that it can say. It's not the spirit putting letters together, I don't think, because it repeats words, but... So that could be the closest to I misspelled things, you know, that it could have said. Because I wouldn't expect the app to say spelling issue in it, or spelling error. But they did spells, in the context of what I was talking about, could be that. Alright, Spirit, if I'm having direct communication with you, you know what to do. Touch the bear, light up the bear, make that light up. That will be the absolute communication.
Above.
Above? Nothing above me, Spirit. If you're upstairs, come downstairs. If you are up there, come downstairs.